All right.
Hey, hey.
What is going on, y'all?
Hola, amigos.
What's good, everybody?
Ooh, we got Viral Beats, Julian, Rainbow Mist, Destructo. Nice.
What's up, Catherine? What's going on? What's good? So, let's get it started.
Yes, let's get right into it, you guys. Getting right into the queue. Is that what we're starting with? Yep. Name a piece of gear that you should sell, you guys. So let us know.
Oh.
Maybe you haven't sold it yet. You've been maybe thinking about it, but you should. What is it? Tell us in the comments or in the chat.
Way to write the word one. Great job.
I was like, I think I know what you were trying to say. You know, irregardless.
It is that time of the year, and yeah, it's a piece of gear that you own now that you know you need to get out of your collection. It's almost the end of the year. People do they do spring cleaning, but this is
like winter cleaning, right? Yeah, think of it as a winter cleaning.
Yeah.
Do you have something that you probably should sell? I probably have a couple of things actually.
I actually didn't think of it. I've sold so much in the last year. I mean, realistically, I should sell like a considerable amount of my modular, but let's see. One thing I should
sell. Okay, I'm just gonna say mine while you're thinking of yours.
Okay.
I have 3 MIDI keyboards, and why do I have 3 MIDI keyboards? Well, one, I really wanted to try different ones, but also like I made like tutorials on them.
Okay.
I really need to sell at least one of them. 3 is like kind of a lot, although, you know, to each their own. I just have a small space, so it doesn't all fit.
Which 3 do you have?
The Novation Launch Key Mini. I have the Akai BK Mini Play, and the Akai BK Mini Mark III. So it's like one of them at least has to go.
Which one do you use? None of them?
Honestly, I keep going back to the Akai MPK Mini Mark III. That one's just like, for whatever reason, even though Novation, like the Launch Key Mini like works with Ableton better, for whatever reason, I just really like the Akai.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I only have my Arturia one, which I really am trying to get this into the mix here. What is this? Mini Lab? Trying to get this Mini Lab, like, not into my mix like every day, but onto like my Cubasis like iPad.
Oh, okay, nice.
I don't know. I'm always at home, so that's a problem. But I did think of what I should sell.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, I'm gonna grab it.
While he's grabbing it, let's see here, you guys. Matsy says, I let go of pedals before synths. Okay, that's fair. Actually, I do have that pedal that I could probably get rid of. This one. Right here.
It's this one.
Oh.
The T Resonator from Joe Mox. I mean, hopefully Joe Mox doesn't watch this and ask why in the world. I've had this. It is amazing for something, but it's also just so like dangerous for like the feedback effects that can kind of come from it. So this is kind of a long standing like what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this? I'm not using it. It's amazing for like the filters and stuff, but and I'm not inspired enough to make any content with it, so it's kind of like, I don't know.
Right.
So that's it.
It's gotta go, man. It's gotta go.
Yeah. Let's see what.
Literally the most temperamental pedal ever.
Yeah, it's just. Oh yeah, shout out to Analog Wings for saying this. Yes. Oh, if you have not seen a wonderful vlog video of Autumn and myself, filmed by Autumn and AI, and edited by Autumn off the clock,
Yeah,
obviously.
it's very raw. So those of you guys that have seen it, I know like Destructo has seen it. Um, I know there's like a few comments on there, but shout out to all of you guys. I'm gonna look at the comments later. Oh, Viral Beats has seen it. Cool. Mind Expansion,
Yeah.
Ben of Troy, Sonic Imperium. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for checking it out.
Julian, I'm triggered whenever Autumn says irregardless. Julian, were you there for that one stream when we like had like a whole discussion about it? It's kind of like a joke now. It's kind of like a meme, I feel like.
Yeah, it's I mean I thought irregardless was a word until I realized it's not a word.
And then I just kind of like, I'll just kind of say it every now and then just as a reminder.
Julian says in 5 to 10 years I will be back onto modular and I'll end up rebuying everything. I mean, I might, 5 to 10 years is a long way away, and I'm definitely like not a person who says like never ever.
Yeah.
So I would say probably I mean, there's I don't know. I'm not even gonna speak about it because I mean I feel like modular is just like it's so far from my idea of like anything of like doing, so I just don't. But
fair enough.
What is this? Catherine says I really want the microcosm. I'm tempted to buy the Chroma console. I'm pretty much ready to sell a lot of gear.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna have to wait a long time for that Chroma console though. I think it's probably I bet Chrome.
Oh,
I bet
man.
I feel from the response, probably holograms like overwhelmed.
I think so too.
Orders.
There was so many people that are just like, I saw that video and I ordered it right away. Like, it's very impressive just like how fast hologram has been able to sell this.
Yeah, and totally. I think Matt, when I like talked to hologram and hologram like contacted me like all those years ago, it was like under a half dozen people. It was like that small. And they were building them in Tennessee, I believe, is where they were.
Okay, cool.
So it could be a big problem, but not, having a lot of. I've not heard a lot of people with issues with the microcosm. That's a good thing. I think when companies sometimes are small and they have a large, popular product, quality becomes the biggest
totally
problem. But
that quality control.
What's up, Champlex? What's going on?
Hey,
I saw who is it up here? I saw a little thing from someone. Oh, what's going on? Macaron after party. What's going on? We're doing well. We're doing just fine. Just fine.
Edwin says, "Oh, hillbilly," or why do I always mess these up? Hillblocks view. So is Chroma a microcosm for dummies?
It is a. I feel like there's some different effects that are very cool. The cassette effect is very cool. There's a lot of things it has that I feel like this doesn't have. So it's not the same thing, but it's really like a, feels like a whole different thing on its own. I feel like the Chroma console is better for straightforward. You need a studio effect and you want it to be sort of clever. Chroma console. You want something to sit around and just be weird. Microcosm. Just because of how things are laid out.
Yeah, with the microcosm, it's super cool. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it, but it definitely takes some like tinkering around, right?
100%.
Yeah. So just be prepared for that.
100%. We're doing good. But it is time.
Oh, yes, you guys. It is that time of the night where we all go somewhere. Around the Weeb.
Yes. And once again, on this week's Around the Weeb, I did not actually,
Did not
check.
watch.
I didn't watch anything, but that's the point. Once again, once again,
We're all seeing it for the first time, y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna make it big so Autumn doesn't say anything.
I mean, everybody wants it to be big. You can see it better that way.
Yeesh.
You can see it better.
Kids.
Oh my gosh, you're taking it there. I'm just saying, our eyes appreciate bigger.
This is a street for.
Oh my gosh.
So on today's, I'm sweating over here. I just went to the gym. Okay, everybody, don't be mad. I went to the gym. I'm trying to stay alive.
Heck yeah, man! Kudos for going to the gym.
Yeesh.
Something we all should do.
Yeah, not right before the stream though. But jeez, it does look like a light bright. Anyways, IDM jam with a synth strum deluge. Say synth strum 3 times fast.
Synth strum. See? Synth strum.
See?
Yeah, it is hard. Okay.
All right, I'll shut up now. And yeah, 3, 2, 1, synth strum. Very cool. Nap Arnick. This is a new one.
Nice. Very cool.
Shout out to Nappernet.
Yeah, shout out.
Um, I've never used a Synthstrom Deluge. Have you used one ever, Autumn? Have you touched one?
No. It sounds cool though. Catherine says this is far and away the most song-like thing we've heard in weeks.
Yeah,
Pretty
a lot
cool,
of
yeah.
experimental music the last little bit, but
Which, is always welcomed, you guys, because we want to encourage creativity. We want to encourage, just starting.
yeah, just please make music. Please just create something. I feel like it'll make you
Yeah.
feel better. Makes me feel better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
legit bop, 8 out of 10.
yeah, I also very, you know, interesting. Like sound selection could feel like harsh on its own, but somehow in this um this context like of this jam, it like totally works. So
No, it did. Did not even have to reach for my sound, like to adjust it on the headphones. When something's really harsh, you gotta like turn it down a little bit. No,
well,
that was good.
second up, it's an ambient jam. Ambient jam, huh? What if it was an ambient jam? But it's an ambient jam.
Okay.
Clayton Habel, 8 subscribers. So this could be a hidden gem. Let's find. He got some coins in his hand here from doing laundry. So let's find out. Let's find out what Clayton's got going on the Lyra.
Oh man.
Wow. Well, I liked it.
Mhm.
Does it have distortion? Does anyone know? I see like a drive knob up here. Does anyone know if like the Lyra has like distortion like built in? Because like I liked it. It was just a little bit what's the word? Like I think I would have liked cleaner tones, maybe. That's all. But I'm not a
Right.
big distortion person, so it's not like I'm the audience for distortion, to be honest. But it is.
Totally. Catherine says, "Love these textures." Um, Viral Beat says, "Better not show this to Venus Theory."
Does Venus Theory hate this, or does he love it? Is like,
Yeah, what? Yeah, I'm curious. Viral Beats,
yeah.
what that's about. Julian says, "Not very interesting to watch, or not very interesting to watch visually, but it does sound nice."
Mm.
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder what it would sound like if you had like a soft pad, along with it. But interesting sounds for sure.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the I'm always a big fan of the idea of these, but I always wonder how to I don't know.
Like how to like implement it into a track or something, or
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could. I guess I just like, I don't try hard enough, but
yeah. I mean, people can make it work, and then some people it's just too much for some people. I would probably be one of those people.
yeah, I big fan, but also not skilled enough. Like honestly.
Exactly, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, it's time for the main event, everybody.
Oh, destructive. I thought Autumn was going to say, "I wonder what it would sound like with quarters."
Yeah, he used the wrong denomination of change for this.
Should have used pesos.
Yeah. So it's time for the floor to be given to our very own Ableton expert,
Just
Gard.
the biggest expert, you guys. No, just kidding.
Let's
Yeah.
talk Ableton 12. Autumn.
Yeah, for all you Ableton users, Ableton Live users out there, we got Ableton 12.
Ooh.
So the features, they're cool, there's quite a bit. I know we have a video to go along with it. Do we want to watch the video first and then talk about it, or?
Yeah. Let's watch a little bit of what Ableton decided to put out as their marketing material, and
Yes.
we'll be right back.
Alrighty. Well, cool video from Ableton Live.
This
Definitely dug it.
is also the greatest studio ever on earth in front. Like,
Yeah, I
what
would
in the world?
I would love to be there. That's yeah, it's pretty sick. But yeah, let's get into it, you guys. So, one of the things that I personally really liked was the search for similar sounds kind of thing. So, now when you're, for example, you're listening, you're scrolling through snares or something. There's like a little thing that you can choose that will allow you to hear all of the similar sounding snares. That's kind of cool. And then there's session view can now, like the session view mixer can now be seen on arrangement view. That's kind of cool too. That pattern generator, I actually watched LJ's video. He kind of like played around with it for drum patterns. That was awesome. I gotta say that's probably one of the cooler things that I would get excited about. Everything else, like the joint split MIDI notes, staying in key across all devices, new synths, it's all good stuff. Am I gonna upgrade? I don't know. You guys let me know if you would upgrade. Personally, I have Ableton Live 11. And I did just buy the Push 3, you guys. So that might be influencing my decision. But honestly, even if I didn't buy the Push 3, I don't know if I would pull the trigger on this right away. Not saying it's bad or anything, because at the end of the day, it's all about what you care about, right? If you find something in there that you feel is going to improve your workflow, go for it. For me, I definitely would probably have to look into it a little bit more. So,
Yeah. What is Catherine says? So splitting MIDI notes a new feature. What is that? A new feature? Autumn? I don't know. Ableton.
Yeah, apparently, and I know there's a lot of there's a lot of DAWs out there, like FL that has had that. So I understand, like, there's always certain things that like DAWs will come out with that they'll say, oh, look at this new feature, and somebody else will be like, well, this DAW already had that like a while ago. Like,
yeah, but I feel like that's so, like, the thing is, if like every DAW just is the same, then why have different DAWs, right? Like, I'm not saying that, like, I feel like just DAWs adopt things at different times in different like pushes in terms of like what technology they want to like go with, right? Like, that's the thing we talked about with Pro Tools, where like Pro Tools was so far behind, and everyone was like, well, Pro Tools, they finally let you like gain regions, like we've had that forever. And it's like, well, I mean, that wasn't Pro Tools is like focus. So I feel like it's just weird. Everyone fights for every DAW as like that's the best DAW, but then at the same time they want every DAW to be the same. So I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, every DAW is not going to have everything. Every DAW has like tiny specific things that really fit your personality, but in general they're
pretty similar. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, man. Again, I'm a huge Ableton Live fan, but I agree. I mean, there's nothing like super like I have to have this right now. I could definitely wait. But again, you guys, this is subjective opinions, because if you find something in there that you're like, dang, like that's gonna just help me be so much more creative or whatever, like, go for it. That's like, it's all about how you would use it, right?
I'm reading this. Was there no bounce in place in like Ableton? Could you not freeze a track? Like,
yeah, you could freeze a track.
Why does it say?
I can't see the word. Let me like see if I could zoom in. Freeze and flatten.
It says, but I guess there is no way to solve this differently.
You can now bounce the track's clips into audio with just. Oh, okay. So instead of having to go through the process of freeze and flatten, it's a single click thing. So that's the new thing. It's not that you couldn't do it before, because you definitely could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that would be kind of weird if they had just come out with that. That'd be crazy.
So let's see. What is the price? I saw people say like 180 or 150. Do you know the
Yeah, yeah. So
prices for the upgrade?
I think it was something like that. I think you're right. It just depends on which one you get. Like there's a, standard, there's suite. Um, yeah.
Yeah, somebody put a very good point. Where was it? I saw that someone brought up Logic, and I did want to mention that. Let's see. Who mentioned it? I saw someone mention it. I'm really upset. Here it is. So Durrell said even an upgrade is nearly the price of Logic Pro. And like, what's crazy
Mm,
about that is like, I always forget that like every upgrade in Logic is free, and it has always been free.
what?
If you bought one, and maybe it's different now, somebody can point it out, but if I'm correct and I remember back, every upgrade, if you bought one version of Logic was always free forever. I
Wow,
don't know. Y'all can tell
that's
me if it's not, but that's and it's only $200, so that's
I
incredible.
didn't know that. That's actually pretty cool.
I know. Sometimes I wish I'd started in Logic. If that's true and you use Logic, please chime in.
But does Logic have live performance capabilities? Because that's one thing
No.
I've really enjoyed about Ableton Live. When I used to stream live on Twitch and like perform on Twitch, or even just live performing in general, I really do enjoy the just the live performance capabilities of Ableton Live.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing Darrell says all Logic upgrades are free in Logic.
That's sick.
So I just, sometimes you wish you could go back and start all over. If I could, I would 100% go back and have Logic be my main thing. I always liked the MIDI in Logic. I always thought it was the best.
Hmm.
Um, but Ableton, so why are people so, I want to know, why are people so disappointed in this update? I'm seeing there's like a new granular thing. I mean, that seems super, super niche. And people were like, I don't know, that seems nice. Like, that seems good. Why do you think people seem to be a little bit disappointed by this update?
I think people just feel like the updates, from what I've seen on like some of the reviews, they feel like the updates were, a, a quote mid.
Mhm.
That's what people are saying.
Okay.
That it's just not anything to. It's not anything that like you feel the urgency to upgrade to. For example, there was one of the best upgrades. I think this was for 11. Was like the
Mhm.
the vocal comping feature.
Okay.
And it just seemed like they came, and there was like a ton of other really cool stuff that they came out with along with that.
Mhm.
And it was one of those things where you had to have it. It's gonna 100%. It's gonna improve everybody's workflow. Whereas I feel as maybe these features, some people are really like gonna appreciate it, and some people, would be okay without it. Whereas other
Okay.
features were more like, oh, everyone's gonna appreciate this kind of thing.
Hmm.
That's kind
Yeah.
of my take.
Yeah. I'm seeing like a lot of comparisons with other DAWs here. They're mentioning like that Logic Pro FL Studio has like I don't know. Well, no, they're saying FL Studio has stem separation, and I'm thinking to myself like, that's why DAWs are different. Some DAWs, like, I just don't understand why people get disappointed because their DAW doesn't have that, and it's just like, well, I kind of feel like every DAW gets to it at some point. Like,
Right.
I thought
Yeah.
about stem separation the other day for one specific reason, and I was like, well, darn, Cubase doesn't have stem separation necessarily, but I think you can do it with a tool in there. But it's like, I don't know. I think sometimes the problem with adding a lot of stuff is that they don't optimize it right away. So then you end up with like a horrible version, like at
Yeah,
some
like
point.
it's clunky.
Yeah, Cubase had this specific time where it became super clunky. Even Reason, I feel like, became super clunky at one point, and then they they were like, okay, now we're gonna streamline it with like the new version, and it's kind of like, you know, um, I just feel like packing more and more into Ableton, which is already full featured.
Right.
Maybe 12.5 will be the one. Maybe 12's like maybe they messed up and they probably should have like kept it at 11 and then done a 12.
Yeah, I actually would have to agree with that. Again, you guys subjective opinions, but I think that maybe they could have held off just a little bit longer and then just came out with that one feature that everybody's just, overwhelmingly like agreeing upon, and just like, everybody, we got to jump on this, kind of thing. Like that vocal comping feature. Everybody was stoked about that.
It didn't have vocal comping?
Not until I believe it was Ableton Live 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, real quick, everyone who's here, there's like 30 people, 29 people. First, like the stream. Like it right now. Press the like button. But the real thing, just shoot out what DAW you use, like your main DAW. Just put it in the chat right now. I want to see what people are actually using for their like main DAW. That would be really important. I think everyone knows I'm a Cubase person. Autumn, you're
Ableton Live.
Ableton Live.
Forever.
Yeah, I was watching you do the hip hop stream today, and I was wondering what you were using Viral. So Viral's on Reaper.
Nice.
Well is getting free updates for life in Logic.
Pro.
Saving the most money.
Respect.
2 Reapers. Nice.
Reason.
That's a reasonable person. Julian's going Logic. A lot of Logic. Whoa, Champ going Cakewalk. What a mad lad. Logic.
Nice. Oh, there's no Pro Tools. Oh wait. No Pro Tools?
No, I don't see anyone.
Wait, I think Julian says Pro Tools. Cool Douglas says Audacity.
Interesting. There's only one Cubaser. I see a lot of Reaper. This is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cakewalks. Pro Tools. Pro Tools.
Ableton Live, but mostly don't.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, I think there was only one person that said Pro Tools.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting. So funny. Not one person mentioned like whatever other DAW that is that I forgot the name of just now. FL Studio. No one necessarily mentioned FL as their main.
I thought they did.
Not as their main.
Oh yeah, they said the
FL was a side
freak. Yeah, true. No one. I think somebody said Bitwig. Oh yeah, Bitwig.
Interesting. What other DAWs are there?
There's that one that comes with the Mac.
Oh, GarageBand.
GarageBand, yeah. Sorry.
GarageBand. Well, anyways, I'm excited for. I think I'm excited for Ableton 12.5. I feel like when people sort of poo-poo something, the 0.5 is like, here you go. Like it just somehow ends up that way. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we'll see. There is a lot of mixed reviews on it, so we'll see what happens. But shout out to Ableton Live. I still love it. Still gonna use it.
Yeah, shout out. I have a free version that I've never used. So on to something. I don't know. Does anyone care about this? We'll find out right now. Roland did something, and they have a thing. It's a thing. Here it is. So. Should we watch a video from Roland about said thing?
Let's do it.
Galaxias. I only am putting this up because I saw Dr. Mix made a video about Galaxias, and Galaxias is a fun name for something.
Galaxias.
So
let's go.
3, 2, 1. Galaxias. Years.
Cool.
All right. I have a question. What was that? What am I supposed to buy? Is this free? Synthetic said Galaxias is cool and free.
Oh,
So is it
wow.
free? Is this thing free?
That's awesome.
I don't know.
So does anyone have it already? Or is it just coming out?
I don't know. Analog. It's okay.
Oh,
So Analog Lab, but Roland. Yeah, I'm wondering. I saw a very Analog Lab type interface in that sort of demo video, whatever you want to call it. I will say it sounded really good.
yeah, it did.
Them
Loved.
sounds was good.
Yeah, awesome sounds. A plus for that.
A+ sounds. Well done. So this is what it is. It is a thing, and it's a software thing introducing Roland Galaxias. So Roland is is dipping their toes in so free with top Roland Cloud. What does this mean?
Oh, so is that like a that's a subscription service, right? Viral Beat says Roland Cloud Ultimate is like $25 a month. So is this so I'm assuming the regular version, Roland Cloud, would be like, I don't know, like 10 or something a month. But
It's a little painful to me.
subscription services are, they're good for the companies, but obviously we're not the biggest fans.
That's a little painful to me. So I'm trying to see the exact pricing, but if so, Synthetic is saying Galaxias is a part of a already paid subscription. It is not like an intro, so it's not. Okay, wait, I'm seeing something. It says non-subscribers. Here it says something. It says where did it say this? Okay. So you get a 30-day free ultimate trial with to give non-subscribers the Galactic experience. So Roland Cloud. Let's go to Roland Cloud and see what this is all about. Memberships. Here we go. Here we go, everybody. We're going to learn together. So you
Okay,
get a
so
core, pro, and ultimate. So are you saying that ultimate is the top?
core is
Is
only
that it?
$2.99. Not bad.
Oh, here we go. So Synthetic, always a good source of information. Top tier cloud is only $200 a year.
Okay.
$200 a year.
I mean, if you already have other subscription services such as Splice, or you have something another software that you're using, it's a lot. How was I follow dueling it? I said it's good for the companies, but not we don't like it. Come on, champ. Oh my goodness. That's funny.
Okay, so you can probably get a free 1-year trial, but then they got you. They got you after that.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they got you. Let's look at this. So, you know what? But what do these come with? Okay, here we go. Perfect. So we're breaking it down, everybody. This is not an ad for Roland. I've never done anything for Roland. I actually dislike Roland. I don't know why. I just said I don't know. It probably because never did anything for me. So, and I bought a lot of their stuff and put it on the channel. So, okay, you can get lifetime for $229.
Oh, okay. I like that there's a
Xenology.
lifetime option, I guess.
Oh, jeez. But that's only for Xenology.
Oh, yeah. It's like, okay.
Oh, some of these you can't get lifetime keys, which I don't like.
I hate that, man.
They should always have a perpetual license. Some of these are too expensive. I'm seeing like a JD 800, one key for 149. Also, let's mention Core doesn't have a lot of stuff. Core is missing all of this. You got to go up to at least Pro, which is $9.99 a month.
Okay. So for the value, I mean, if you're paying monthly and you're using it every once in a while, like, hey, I'm going to use this for 2 months. In the grand scheme of things, $20 and you get all those VSTs. If you're actually using them, cool. But better be using them. Better not just be paying the subscription services just to pay them, y'all.
Okay. So here we go. Synthetic says, when you have Roland Cloud, you can get a free lifetime keys for instruments you pick. No cloud needed. They trickle out over time. So you can get free lifetime keys for instruments you pick. Okay. You know, maybe Synthetic, maybe you can give us a little bit of a, slight review here. So you know a lot.
Yeah.
First, I want to point out, you cannot, like Synthetic said, you can't get this Galaxias without the Ultimate. Ultimate being $20 a month. Now, that said, it looks like Core is just not the way to go. There's just not very much in there. It is only $2.99, so maybe that's not where you're at. But it seems very like I'm a little overwhelmed by how many check marks I'm seeing and how much comparison that's needed. Is this as like complex as it seems to like which one do I pick? Like there's a lot of asterisks. When I see a lot of asterisks, legendary instruments with Pro Access Selector. What is the Pro Access Selector?
It's probably something that just makes it even more complicated to install.
That's a lot. Oh, look at these. There's double asterisks somewhere. There's a lot. I'm not going to say don't get the Galaxias. I'm just going to say maybe.
Is anybody already using this, the Roland Cloud?
Synthetic seems to be using it because he has the early adoption probably. So
and you enjoy it, Synthetic, right? I mean, that's cool. Like they have a lot of cool instruments, you know.
I mean, this is supposed to be about Galaxias, but we've never really talked about Roland Cloud, except in weird little portions where we're like, why are they doing this? Like,
Right. And it's only on the Ultimate, right?
You only get Galaxias if you go Ultimate.
Yeah, so really, I mean, Galaxias is basically being used to sell their top tier subscription, essentially.
I mean, it's the only one that's actually worth it when you really think about $20.
Right.
It's the only one that's actually worth it. You get everything, and I guess it's one of those, if you're a subscription person, who's a subscription person? Ready? Let's have another poll. I wish I could do polls.
When you say subscription person, were you talking specifically about like music making subscriptions, not necessarily like other?
Yeah, music making subscriptions. If you are a person who has a subscription to I'm trying to think about how to do this because I don't think I have any subscriptions music wise.
Really?
I have like
to.
Lander, but I don't count. That's like a distribution. I guess, if you have a plugin subscription, a VST type subscription,
Splice,
anything. Just can you lay those out? Yeah. Definitely not Adobe Cloud. That's the worst.
It's got to be related to the music stuff. Yeah. I used to have a arcade by Output.
Okay.
That was a cool one for a little bit.
Okay, I want to know.
I just have Splice now.
That's the only one you have? Splice?
I think it's the only one I have now. I'm pretty sure it is actually. And then I saw somebody say Antares earlier. I don't know if they were.
Oh, I think they might make you do subscription for Antares.
They started making you. Yeah, I think you can still maybe buy just like a license straight up, but yeah, they have a subscription service.
Drop them in the chat, y'all. I need to see. Just put all the subscriptions in the chat right now. Like the video. But also put all your subscriptions in the chat because I would really like to know what y'all use.
Well, we're seeing Synth Addicts say output stuff like arcade is cool too. I agree. I really enjoyed arcade for the time that I had it. I made a lot of music with that.
Interesting. Uh, Jillian says, "What if I got Lander because Noir told me it was cool?" That would be a great thing to do. I mean,
Oh, you did?
because
You,
they sponsored me for like a bunch of videos in a row. But
oh,
at the same time,
nice.
I will want to say I do actually pay for Lander. That's the only subscription I actually have. So I didn't get Lander for free or anything. I have to.
Oh,
I pay for Lander, which is only like $20 a year. So
okay.
whatever. But let's
Cool,
see.
cool.
I'm seeing a lot of no subs.
No
No
music maker subs.
subs.
Interesting. Wow, you guys.
No
I'm impressed.
subs.
I am very impressed. You guys are just using what you have. Pretty cool. I can't say the same for myself, but kudos to y'all. Just Antares. Honestly, Antares might be Macron says, yeah, just Antares. That's one that I feel I really should get. Um Other than that, I can't think of another one that I would want.
Okay, here's a good one. Since that I'm pointing this out, UVI sub is a good deal. I would say that actually is probably a decent deal. If you're doing stuff, UVI has such a large range of things that if you want to do orchestral stuff, if you want to do great piano stuff, if you want to do, they have, I would say that could be worth it. Because like for me, it's like the one thing a lot of DAWs are missing as like a really good thing is like super top tier sample libraries. The plugins that come with DAWs are all fine. So I'm like, why do you need a Wave subscription? Like all the plugins that come with DAWs are like pretty darn good.
It's true.
But anyways, Splice for MPC integration. That's one thing I've been. So as y'all can hear in the background, this is the official live stream music now.
Yeah, it's nice. I thought it was a pretty good sound level. Chat, what do you think? I thought the levels were great.
It's the official live stream beat now, which I made on the MPC. So I'm afraid to do anything with MPC. Like, Daryl said he uses Splice for MPC integration. I haven't touched it.
Well, maybe you just had a lemon and it's
all worked out now. It's all worked out now.
Okay.
What's going on? Something. Hit the keys. Yeah. So I'd like to put some more stuff in here, but I don't know. I might just keep sampling off the record. But look, I made this beat with just internal sounds, and not that it's anything, but this is just a good background music.
This is chill. Yeah, I like this.
Stream,
it's
super
chill.
Anyways.
Nice.
I don't know. Do we have time for
really quick?
I feel like we don't.
We don't. It's a kind of a lot. It's kind of a huge, like it deserves kind of its own discussion.
We'll let it ride out. We had like a Yamaha Genos, but we know nobody cares. This is another slow week in music. Yeah, check that out. No ads today. What was that about? I don't know. Maybe YouTube knows that my channel made enough money last week with like the big videos. So they're like, this guy, we don't gotta do him.
No. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, that came out. Torso S4. I just didn't know anything about it, and I didn't want to like fully read. Not that I didn't fully read the Roland thing, but it seemed a little bit like people would be like, you're reading about something you don't even know anything about, which I don't know anything about that. So
fair enough.
Autumn, any closing words on Abelton Live 12?
I gotta say, because you mentioned this earlier about a creator talking about the stem splitter feature, like wanting to have like a stem splitting feature. If Ableton Live 12 did come out with a stem splitting feature, I think I would feel more urgency to actually pull the trigger on it. That was a pretty good. I hadn't really thought about that before. It's a good idea. And I know other DAWs probably have that, but just saying.
It's an interesting like I don't know what the word is. So I thought about stem splitting as a feature that could be useful, but then I said it would be one thing I would do probably once for fun. You know, I'd pull in some song, but then I also thought, where am I going to get that song? Because
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
Rip it from the YouTubes.
yeah, I'd have to like rip something probably and it'd be such bad quality. Like, because I bet stem splitting would be great if you could get like a super high quality, track.
That's true. Yeah, that's
But
true.
then I think you get like a track from Apple or iTunes or whatever. I still think if you get the download, it has copy protection. And the only way to probably get a really solid, like, quality one would be to get a CD. But then where do you get the CD?
That is a whole thing in and of itself. For sure. I think I would really like to use it for converting audio to MIDI. You know what I mean?
Okay, I
So
can see that.
if there's like a piano part in a song and maybe I want to do like a cover of it, easily convert the piano to MIDI. Just like stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
this is a good one.
see you.
I think this is actually better. Some says they need AI mastering too, though. I don't need it, but that would help out a lot more musicians than any feature that they add. And I agree. There's a plugin called Smart Comp, which helps you reach like specific levels for like Apple Music or Spotify, and it can do specific
Nice.
like stuff in there. And I think that that might help music overall. Like it would,
Yes.
because that's one thing I've always thought about YouTube. I wish YouTube would just do automatic audio processing to do loudness on YouTube's end, right?
Yes,
Because
that'd be awesome.
YouTube's the worst for like listening to something and then listening to the next video. And you're always kind of like up and downing the audio because there's no standardized levels of loudness.
That's so true.
So yeah, that would be cool to have.
Yeah, it would be cool. It would kill plugins like Ozone.
Yeah, anything that's, I know AI, people poo-poo on AI, but I feel like AI is just like a thing to take your head out of the full technical and just.
That's so true. And a lot of creatives don't want to learn mastering,
Yeah.
That's why there's a whole industry of mixing and mastering engineers.
Yeah, this is good. They need a whole plugin for just everything.
The whole distro for you? Oh, wow. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Well, we're done.
Thanks for hanging out, you guys. And shout out to all you guys that just hang out every week. Really appreciate it. Thanks
for stopping by. Viral Beats up in the house.
Yeah, totally. And shout out to the people that watch after the stream as well.
Yeah, we didn't get to all topics, but who cares?
It's all good. We're
also
good on time.
If Andre 3000 drops the album at midnight, I will come back on and I will do a listening stream to the Autumn 3000, the Andre 3000 solo album. Okay, Andre 3000 solo album at midnight. I have my Spotify. Everything's ready. We shall see.
That's awesome.